Hey and good morning. Hi everybody, how are you? This is the beginning of a new vlog. I'll probably vlog today and tomorrow, hopefully if everything goes well. It is currently 11 o'clock. I'm expecting one of my good friends to arrive in, say, the next half an hour. She's around my area. Well, now we actually live around the same area, but before she didn't. She's around my area running some errands, and she's going to be popping in, which should be exciting. My voice is a little coarse because I had a very, very eventful day yesterday, and there was a lot of shouting and blah blah blah. And when I have a bit of wine, I often wake up with my voice extra raspy, even though I know that my voice is just naturally a little bit deeper and raspier than the normal girl's voice. Anywho, so I am planning on making some breakfast quickly, something quite light because she might be hungry as well when she arrives. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll order something in for breakfast, but I really feel like my stomach is about to turn in on itself. I'm so hungry. So I'll probably just make a small bowl of oats. I'm hoping she's coming with her son because I haven't seen him in so long. I haven't seen both of them in probably over a year now. So it's crazy. I'm looking forward to it. But she's going to be here for a couple of hours. So that's going to be fun. In the meantime, what I did want to share with you is you saw in the clip before that I am currently reading The Only Good Indians, but by Stephen Graham Jones. But before I get into that one, this is the book that I finished about 2 days ago. This is The Push. This is one of the most intense. It was a very easy read in terms of like literary wise. It wasn't hard to get through. It was a very, very simple book. But the themes in this book are quite scary. The themes in this book are quite real. It basically follows the life of Blythe. Blythe, who is a mother who recently got married to her college sweetheart, Fox. And they have a child, Violet. And this child, I don't know. One end of the spectrum, some people might say this child has a problem, and then other people might say that Blythe is a bad mother. But she realizes that from the moment that this child is born, the child just doesn't take a liking to her mother. In fact, the kid just doesn't like her mother, period, point blank. And of course, the father's like, no, man, come on, the kid will adjust. It's all in your head. Don't even worry about it, blah, blah, blah. But this kid does some really, really disturbing things. And also deliberately makes her mother look bad. So for me, it was hard for me to read this book without sympathizing with the mother. But I've noticed that in a lot of reviews that I've read, some people actually say she's a bad mother and all of that. So I don't quite know. But it's a thriller, and something happens. A major twist happens in this book that I won't share. But I feel like the themes of this book, so the story just revolves around that, the relationship that Blythe has with Violet. And it also is in 2 time spans where you see a little bit of Blythe's history through her mother, Cecilia, and how her mother grew up, so her mother's mother. And you ask yourself, is this something that is more nurtured? Is this something that is passed down, hereditary? Like, how does it happen? Blythe was really afraid to have a child because of the relationship that she had with her mother. And it's such interesting topics and themes that I really would love any moms who watch this channel and do read. I would love you guys to pull up this book. There's talks of warnings, basically trigger warnings of postnatal depression there. There's trigger warnings of just really a violent child, like something really happens. A lot of things happen in this book at the hands of this kid, and it is a thriller, but I feel like, yeah, for some people that might be a little bit too much to take. So definitely, but it's a great book. And I really would love the opinions of moms. As I am not a mom, I can't really relate to some of the things that are going on in this book, but I can read it and try and understand. But if you are somebody who is a mom, and maybe you went through certain struggles of, maybe just not bonding with your child. I've read a couple of books where mothers struggle to bond with their kids. One of them is Read at the Bone by Jordan. I'm looking at my books. By Jacqueline Woodson. Read at the Bone was one of those books. I really, really would like some moms to pick this up and let me know what you think of it once you read it. I'd really like to have a chat about that. And then after that, I stopped reading. I DNF'd for now The Memory Police, which is what you saw in my previous vlog, only because I wanted something that's going to have a little bit of, that's going to be quick paced, that's going to be exciting to read. And it feels like it's a little bit of a slow burn because I DNF'd it at about 70 pages in. I just stopped reading it. And I'm glad I picked up the push because I got through the push within 2 days. And on the same day, when I finished the push, I started The Only Good Indians, which was yesterday. And I am already about 50 pages in. Yeah, about 45 pages in, and this is a horror novel. Also, trigger warnings with this one. It's about 4 friends who, 10 years later when they're adults, they're all boys, 10 years later when they're adults, things start happening to them. And this is they feel like it's based on what they did 10 years prior, which is kill an elk, which is, it follows Native American Indians. And these 4 boys killed an elk while they were hunting in a reservation reserved for the elderly members of that community, and they were not supposed to hunt there. So 10 years later, things start happening to these men, and it's kind of freaky. There's definitely trigger warnings of animal cruelty. There's trigger warning. It's really, really freaky. It's really freaky. I'm what, 45 pages in? Somebody's cutting their grass. My neighbor's cutting their grass. So I'm about 45 pages in, but wow. Dion. It's gonna stop. Yeah, then I'm gonna tidy up the space while my friend is on her way, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. So my girl is on her way over. I'm gonna make a quick breakfast. I'm supposed to. I know she's hungry, so I'm supposed to cook. We're supposed to order out from Uber Eats. You know what? She's coming. Let me cook something for her. She's cooked for me multiple times at her place, multiple times. So I'm thinking, you know what? Just cook for the girl, which is what I'm gonna do now. Look at this. Look at this onion. It's literally growing in the so cool. So, not me realizing that this vase, as you can see, maybe you'll be able to see the water, there you go. Not me realizing that this vase actually has a crack at the bottom. So, I had to pull out another one, and I told you guys this is what I do, nothing new here. I had to pull out another one because these flowers still look really, really great. There's my plant there at the back, and look at what's growing. It's amazing. So I'm just gonna deflower. Take out the flowers from this vase and put them in this one right here. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to add a little bit of this. This is universal plant food, which is also good with flowers as well. I'm just going to add a little bit of this, like 5 milliliters, I think. I don't know what's the size, but you have, it comes like the lid is also like a measuring cup for 5 and for 10. So I'm just gonna go with 5. It's green, guys, it's green. So I don't want you all to be shocked. I'll put that in there. So. Okay. Okay, that's enough for one day. Hey, good morning. I feel like you guys are gonna hate me as to how abruptly yesterday's vlog ended, but I'm having a smoothie. It is currently 20 past 11. I never read the 20 past, 25 past. I only read the o'clock, the quarter past, or the half past. That's how I roll. Yes, my friend came over yesterday and I did an Instagram snap talking about, listen, I want to answer some friendship related questions with her because she was there. And things went a little bit, not south, things were great because we were actually catching up. I hadn't seen her since before COVID. Of course, I talked to her every other day, but I hadn't seen her since before COVID. And seeing her, and she had some new news to share with me and all of that, we just really didn't get into doing that little friendship segment together. However, I am going to be doing a live today, an Instagram live today. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, please do, because I'm trying to get back into the lives, but I post pretty much almost every day and all of that. But I'll be doing an Instagram live today where I will be answering some of those questions. But because I got so many, I did. This time I got so many, I was actually quite overwhelmed because I also put it on my community tab on YouTube as well. So because I got so many, I will answer some now in this clip, and pretty much maybe later on when I'm cooking, I'll answer some friendship related questions as well later on this afternoon. And I'll also answer some in my Insta Live today as well. So I'm working on answering the questions. It's just a pity that she's not here. And she really did want to answer the questions because she was, at some point, it's not like she's that friend who's afraid of being in front of the camera. She's a photographer. She just doesn't do a lot of people around us, but she was actually quite comfortable with the camera. She doesn't mind that. She's a photographer and a designer. But that's not the point. The point is I will definitely answer the questions because there were quite a few. So this is what happened. Do you see that? There was a lot. And I was overwhelmed. And I thought, oh, geez, oh my gosh, okay, this is quite a bit. So I'm going to do it piece by piece, incrementally in some vlogs. Going to do it in my Insta Live again today. So the questions will be answered. Right. Starting from the beginning, the first one, the question was, do you believe in having male friends, male best friends? No. Personally, for me, no. I do believe that girls can be friendly with males and have male friends here, but a female coming to me and saying, oh my God, my bestest buddy, his name is whoever. No, I'm not even gonna, because I just feel like, you know, lines can always get blurred. If you spend enough time with somebody and they start getting to know you, you start seeing each other differently, you know, you start approaching the friendship differently, then it leaves a big window where lines can get blurred and things can happen. And once things do happen, then it's a problem. Then that person is not your friend. There's something there. So I don't necessarily believe that that can be a thing. I have male friends that I speak to from time to time. So these are not even people that I hang out with all the time, but I grew up around them and we were cool, and we used to go to your Germiston Lakes, we used to do braais together and all of that. So we're still cool, we're still cordial, and I still call them my friends because we talk from time to time. But now, having a best male friend, no. Why do female to female friendships seem so hard to maintain, unlike a friendship with guys? I feel like with guys, it is what it is. It's like black and white. I have mostly male friends. If I were to, I can count my female friends on one hand, all of them. But I have mostly male friends, and with guys, it's black and white. There's no gray area. It is what it is. Whereas with females, we are quite the emotional. We are emotional. Let me not lie. We are emotional. We wear our heart on our sleeves a lot of the time, even with one another. So we tend to get quite into the relationship. And also, female to female friendships, especially if they are real and they are genuine ones, feel more like a sister. It feels more like family. So a lot of the time it is going to be hard to maintain, especially if you don't want to put in the work and you don't want to put in the effort. Relationships with your family, if you think about it, relationship with your family, even though they flow like water, but you have to kind of nurture them. You have to kind of, feed them so that they grow and all of that. So the same applies to female relationships, I feel personally. I just feel like for them to grow, they need to be watered constantly. But also at the same time, women tend to be, we tend to get to overreact with a lot of things. We tend to get really upset. We tend to get blah, blah, blah. Often they do become a little bit harder to maintain. For me personally, I can't be friends with women who I feel are... If you're going to sit and talk to me about a man all the time, or if you're going to sit and... my friendships are ones where, there's growth and we learn from one another. And the experiences is, it's more a lifelong journey with someone, with a sister, really, as opposed to just fleeting female relationships. A lot of the time, if a female has a very superficial, materialistic outlook towards life, chances are me and her would never be friends. And that's not me being, that's just, it's an obvious. Even when anybody sees the kinds of friends that I keep, then they realize that, okay, these people are real, down to earth, chilled, not superficial about this and that and the other. But there's just really a lot of work. How to advise a friend on a negative, but not abusive, on a negative romantic relationship you see them in. You know what the thing is, you can talk to your friend. Okay, and I was discussing this with Awanke yesterday. You can talk to your friend, but at the end of the day, your friend will do whatever they want to do. All right, they might even come to you for advice regarding their relationship. And if they ever do that, then tell them that, listen, I think just, tread a little bit carefully, be open, but also be open with kindness, with sensitivity. Don't be like, I'm gonna make try to approach that situation with sensitivity, but never, ever, ever tell them what to do. Never ever tell them to walk away, get out of that friendship, a relationship, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not your place to do that. However, you can just drop golden nuggets here and there. And who's to say? I mean, if you're saying that the relationship is negative but it's not abusive, then you're going to have to speak to your friend and actually pinpoint and actually say why you feel that she needs to maybe tread carefully or whatever, because you might see it as negative, but she might be having the best time of her life and she might be quite fine with it. So really, at the end of the day, it isn't your place. Even as somebody's friend, it isn't your place whether to tell your friend to go or stay, but it can be your place to sensitively alert them to what you may be feeling as or deeming as negative, but at the end of the day, your friend is going to do whatever they want to do. That's a fact. They're going to just do whatever they want to do. What is the definition of a true friend? Also, it is okay not to share everything with your friend. Absolutely. I mean, the definition of a true friend is somebody you can be, personally for me, somebody you can be open and honest with, somebody you can lay down the line with. You know what I mean? You can talk to them about anything and everything. You can have disagreements, you can have beautiful times, you can have times where you just don't get along, but you can be mature enough to move forward from that time. You talk about it and then you move forward from it. It is, and that person should be able to build you and build your character, build you as a person. It shouldn't be something fleeting. For me, my true friendships are not just fleeting. We grow from one another. We learn from one another. I learn from my friends through their craft. I learn from my friends through what they've gone within relationships. I learn from my friends through, their opinions on social justice issues. Like one of my good friends in Bali, I learn from her a lot of the time when we are talking about social justice issues like gender-based violence, feminism, all that kind of stuff. So we learn from each other. It is okay not to tell your friend everything. It's not necessary for them to know everything about you. There's certain parts of my personal life that I don't share with my friends. There's certain parts about my family life that I don't share with my friends. What happens in my immediate family. If I have a disagreement with my sister, I don't share that kind of stuff with my friends. If there's a disagreement at home with my immediate family, or there was a fight or whatever, I don't share that kind of stuff with my friends. Maybe one or two of them, but I don't go around sharing it with all my female friends, and that's okay. And even also relationship issues or relationship good things. Like even if there's great things that are happening in my relationship or whatever at the time, I'm not going to share that with my friend. I just feel like I don't need to share everything. I can say that, for my birthday, he did this or he did blah, blah, and then that's pretty much it. But I'm not going to sit down and tell her all the intimate conversations that I have with my partner about our views on marriage and our views on our future and the journey we want to create with one another. I don't have those kinds of conversations with my friends. So yes, it's okay not to tell your friends everything. Where am I? 13 minutes. It's okay not to tell your friends everything. I like this one. Friends who don't reciprocate your kindness, i.e. buying birthday gifts. Do I stop buying? I would. Even though it's not, the other person in me would be like, no, but it's who you are, Katleho. Bye. I do. If I can see that the kindness is not reciprocated, or things like maybe going to lunch and you're paying the bill most of the time and they don't pay and whatever, then I stop going to lunch with them. It's as simple as that. For their birthday, if they don't get me anything, it's not like a tit for tat kind of thing, but why am I why am I going above and beyond for your birthday when I know that for my birthday all you're going to do is say happy birthday? But then at the same time, you need to consider the pockets of your friends as well. Now, I have friends that either are not working, I have a friend who's not working, or we just don't earn the same or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And maybe I know her heart at that point, and I know that when she was working, or if she is working, she probably would be buying me something and whatever. So in that case, it's fine. I can choose. If I can buy the gift, I can. If I don't, it's really still not the end of the world. However, if you have a friend who is actually quite, well set up and is okay and is comfortable, and you've been buying them gifts, and you can see that they don't reciprocate the behavior, or reciprocate it in a different way. Like maybe you buy the gifts, and maybe they take you out every now and again for lunch or dinner or whatever. If they don't do that, it's just this parasitic kind of relationship where they just take and they don't give. Then for me, no. Then I just stop doing it. And I don't worry about it. She doesn't worry about it. I don't worry about it. It's not a tit for tat thing. Like if you do it, I'll do it. No, your heart is your heart. At the end of the day, if you wanna continue doing it and knowing that they don't do it in return, sure, that's you. But for me, no, I wouldn't. Unless I know that they're really going through a difficult time, they need a pick-me-up, they need a lift, she just lost her job, that kind of thing, then I'll do it anyway, then I don't care. But if I know that she's in a place where she can and she doesn't, willingly, actively, I don't see why I should either. When you see pictures of your friend, I'm going to stop at this one for now. When you see pictures of your friend out and about without inviting you, I mean, are we in high school? No offense, are we in high school? Yes or no? My friends have other friends, right? That's another thing we need to consider. My friends have other friends whom I'm not friends with, right? So, Palesa, the one you've seen on this channel quite a bit. Palesa has other friends. Palesa is originally from Mafikeng. And she's got friends that are in Joburg, Pretoria, blah, blah, that she links up with without me. And I don't have a problem. She'll call me when she's there. It's like, hey, babe. There's a few weeks ago, she called me when she was at Rockets or something like that. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't care because I'm not friends with those people. We just happen to share Palesa as a mutual friend in common. So I don't let it affect me in any way. However, if I find Palesa out with one of my friends whom I introduced her to, then I would have a problem. So if Palesa is out with Dineo, who's another friend of mine who's featured on this channel quite a bit, if Palesa is out with Dineo and I'm not there and I wasn't aware of it, how the fuck are they there together? Because first and foremost, Palesa met Dineo through me. Like Dineo and I were childhood friends. So how does this interaction happen without me? In fact, I don't even understand why Palesa and Dineo should even be talking unless I'm there. Because I don't get how where did that friendship happen on the side without me? It's kind of tacky. And it's also kind of shady, because how do you know that one day they're going to end up having conversations about you and all of that? I don't get it. No. But seeing my friends out with their other friends and whatever friends they grew up with or went to, or work with or whatever, I don't care about that. I mean, we're not in high school. I don't get offended by that because I don't expect them to be offended. I mean, if I tell Dineo that I was sitting with Awonke yesterday, if Dineo gets upset, why the hell is she getting upset? The ironic thing is actually I called her last night when I came back from Awonke's place. And I said, hey D, whatever. And I could tell that she's talking to someone. There's people in the room where she's at. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Who are you sitting with? She's like, no, I'm sitting with so-and-so. And I know the so-and-so is her friend from when we were all still young, but it's not my friend. So I was like, oh, okay, no, cool, no problem. Let me know when you get home. I'll give you a shout when you're home. And I hung up. No problem. Didn't have an issue with it. So, no, to make a big hoopla out of something like that, ain't it? Okay, I need to prepare for the Insta Live, which is happening in 20 minutes. So, maybe I'll show clips of that. I need to find my selfie stick for my phone. I don't know where it is. And then I'm going to go set up upstairs. And that'll be it. I'll touch base with you guys a little bit later. After the Insta Live is going to be the online book club review for this book here, Silver Sparrow, which I read just under a month ago. And yeah, if you're following me on Instagram, you'll probably know about the Insta Live now because I announced it. If you're not, follow me on Instagram, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye. Okay, well, we just finished off with the book review for Silver Sparrow by Tayari Jones. I feel like there's really not much. This vlog is not going to be that interesting. I'm going to cook now, and I've already got some burglar wheat in the fridge, leftover burglar wheat in the fridge. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do now is this, which is beef stroganoff. I'm just going to prepare that in a pan. Nothing major. I'm not going to cook anything else. I had a smoothie earlier on today, so I'm fine. I just want something small so that I can eat later on tonight. I am going to prepare that. I'm not even going to prepare it in a fancy different way. I'm just going to throw it in the pan. That's all I'm going to do. So maybe I'll film it, maybe not. If you don't see me filming it, I'm actually quite tired. It's Sunday. I mean, I did a live earlier on and a book review, and I'm going to do another live at 7 o'clock, and it's currently 5 o'clock. So I'm trying to kind of relax a little bit. Maybe I might show you a bit of that live as well later on. But yeah, I'm just gonna cook now, relax, unwind, plan my day for tomorrow, and that's pretty much it. It. I got my plate here. I'm gonna eat. I pretty much made a Thai inspired with a little bit of Mexican inspired, I don't know, bowl. And it's got the burglar wheat, which I had left over, as I said earlier on, spinach, tomato, some sweet corn in brine, not the creamed sweet corn, and the black beans also in brine, and some beef stroganoff, and that's it. And it's good. I say Asian because the way I prepared the beef with the hoisin sauce and the oyster sauce, and then of course the sweet corn is often something that's common in Mexican bowls as well, so it's a little bit of mix of everything. It's just a really good bowl. It's great, fresh, a whole lot of crunch from the tomato, the spinach, really good. I'm gonna leave the vlog here because I have in 25 minutes an Insta Live, hence why I want to eat now. 7 o'clock I've got an Insta Live going, and I want to have a drink for that and relax and have some fun with all of you guys who follow me on Instagram and watch my Insta Lives as well, or interact in my Insta Lives. Until then, I'm gonna go gulp up this meal real quick because I eat fairly slow. Gulp it up real quick, set up for my Insta Live, and I'll talk to you in the next vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. It was pretty chilled. Of course, food as always, but just a healthy way to make food. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye!